disc brakes. The brakes work really good. It stops pretty darn hard. Dipstick for checking the oil. Yeah, it's got oil. Over here is your cruise. It actually speeds and slows up the engine. It has a belt final drive, one of those Gilmer belts with the tooth, and these are pretty reliable. Harley's been using them for 100 years. Early years didn't have the teeth, and they were made of goat skin or something like that. That's a good drive system. I like it. Indian logo on the front fender. It lights up, which is pretty cool. I'm with AJ. He works for Indian. Okay, AJ, tell me a little something about this motorcycle. I'm coming off a 250, and not a very fast 250 either.
So you'll probably be able to tell a little bit of difference between your 250 and this. This has got our Thunderstroke 111 engine in it, 119 foot-pounds of torque right out of the box. The torque is what it's all about.
So we got to do the math, right? If we know the RPM and the torque, we could work it backwards.
Get your calculator out, and it'll be something for you to do this afternoon on Bike Week.
It's a pretty simple looking motorcycle. It looks like old-fashioned simple motorcycle.
This was first and foremost designed to be a beautiful classic looking motorcycle, but of course we want to provide the modern amenities that people want. Keyless ignition, so you're going to get a fob, proximity fob when you're close to the bike, it'll start up. ABS, the cruise controls up there, so you're going to get a lot of nice modern conveniences.
Cool, well, let's get stripping it down.
All right.
If I want to get rid of this sissy bar, how hard is it to do?
You don't have any friends? No one's going to be riding with you?
You've met me. Who would want to hang out with me?
It's a good point. So if you're riding by yourself and don't want this, it's real easy. It's just 2 latches. Just lift them up. Slides right off. I want to get some bugs in your teeth. There's just 2 levers you got to pull up here, and then the windshield will pop right off that easy. A lot of air. So if you want to totally strip it for those drag racing you're going to be doing later, super easy to pop off. So there's just a couple of quick release latches in here. Flip those up, and they sit on a little bracket, and it just pops right off like that.
Got oil in it, everything's ready to go.
Oil.
I can take, got gas in it?
Gas, we got you all set.
I'm getting a little hungry here, you know, and I don't want to push, but you know, the last guy, he bought me a hamburger.
That's it?
Well, he's you know, he's kind of cheap, you know.
I mean, I know it's early. Let's go get some steak and eggs or something. I mean, New York strips on me. Let's do it.
Our favorite dyno man, Jason from Speeds Performance Plus. He comes down to Daytona every year and really cranks out a lot of work. Jason,
hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Thanks for putting on the dyno on this thing. Go like Myrtle Beach, Sturgis, all the big shows and everything like that.
Yeah, we do it here, then from here we go over and do our West Coast swing, Arizona Bike Week in Laughlin, back over to Myrtle Beach, to Ohio Bike Week, Laconia, New Hampshire, down to Sturgis. We get around.
You've been doing more Indians?
Yeah, you know, we're starting to see a lot more Indians. Well, obviously they stepped up their game here.
All right, I'm at 71 horsepower. And I mean, really for me it's enough, but some people might want more.
Yeah.
What can we do just to get it up a little bit?
Well, I think the bike will come in at what, 71, 72, 73 horse, which is normal, and like a 105, 106. Generally, one of the first things we do on the other side is we'll put an air box on the bike, you know, to give it more air. And then we'll put like an exhaust system on it with, you know, air coming into the engine, exhaust being removed more efficiently than the stock stuff. And then we'll put a power commander on it, which is a unit from DynoJet that allows us to tune everything in. It'll put about another, at least 10 horsepower and usually about another 10 foot-pounds of torque onto the motorcycle.
So we're talking like 80 and 110.
Yeah, we can get them bikes up around that area.
Are you set up for doing that at Bike Week?
Yes, we are.
Do you have a permanent shop, or do they find you on the road?
We do have a permanent shop, which is located in Rapid City, South Dakota. Our traveling mobile performance center, we do that from coast to coast. We finish tuning them right there in the dyno and give the customer a printout. All's good. Our schedule's listed on our website, which is speedsperformanceplus.com, or they could call 605-695-1401.
how long before I can get a big bore kit for this?
Well, you know, that's interesting because there's words through the grapevine that here in a few months we're going to be coming out with some big bore options for these motors, head work as well. Some of that stuff is out there, which really gets the numbers up. This is a 4-valve head, so it's got a lot of potential. There's no doubt about it. So that stuff is definitely going to be coming down the pike here in a couple of months.
I know you can't tell me because it's not here, but you think it's 111 cubic inch.
Yeah.
What would it be bored, like 120, 130?
I'm going to say we'll probably have kits for like 120 cubic inch. There's talk maybe all the way up to like real big stuff. Yeah. You know, with these cases.
Strokers and things.
Oh, yeah.
All that'll be
130, 140, 150, yeah. And this head actually has been proven to handle up to about 150 horsepower with some work.
That'd be nice. All right, Jason, well, thanks a lot. And I'm going to try and mooch another bike next year.
Okay.
I'll come see you again.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by every year.
Here is the headlight off. So let me feel around here. Alright, there's the headlight. Now that's low beam. So you can see it. It really lights up the road good because I still haven't fixed any of my headlights on my motorcycle. I have one that's a 35 watt and it's basically, you know, it's like striking a flint in front of the bike. The other one, well, it's a 6 volt and it's blown out, so I don't even know why I tell you the voltage because there's no filament. It could be 1,000 volts and the light wouldn't light up. Alright, that's low beam on the Chief. Hang on. Oh, that's the audio locate. The Chief has a sonar system. What it is, you hit this, it sends out a acoustic signal that bounces off objects in front of you. And I have a specially designed sensor in the dome of my forehead. I could see everything. I can see perfectly clearly. I don't know if you can, but I can. Of course, the video can't show it. Alright, there's high beam. And there's that stop sign way down there, and there's Highway 40. Okay, so, I mean, it's a really good headlight. There's another headlight here. See this little switch here? It's got 2 additional headlights that pretty much light the whole god darn place up. I mean, I can see better than a car, actually. These aren't anything fancy. They're just halogen headlights. I'm totally satisfied with the headlight, and you will be too. An interesting thing about the proximity key fob is if you're out of range, which isn't very far, like 3 feet, and it doesn't work, but the bike will still turn on. The starter won't work. Apparently, there's a code you enter. Say you lose your key fob. There's a code you can get for your bike that, I guess, punching these buttons in a series of code-like movements will turn the bike back on. So it's kind of weird because, you know, you think your bike's off and anyone can just kind of come up and turn it on, which doesn't really hurt anything. I guess otherwise you wouldn't be able to start it with the code. Another cool feature is these straps. You strap them right here. They clip on and off for quick release. But if you pop that rivet out, these can be functional and you could adjust them to put things like, say, your sleeping bag or something could go under there, and then you could strap these down to hold it. It'd be kind of cool. You'd look kind of like a cowboy then. I've been driving this Chief now 3 or 4 days through Daytona. Had a lot of fun with it. It's a monster torque-wise. You can spin the tire whenever you want. You just boom. In the wet, it's a little slippery. You might almost want traction control. The thing runs great. It's a little heavy, but you know, that's what's ends up when you put all this much stuff on a motorcycle. You end up with a heavy bike. Took the windshield off. I don't use the windshield. I took the rack off the back. I don't use the rack, but I like the saddlebags. I've had to keep it clean, which was a pain in the butt because it was rainy. This bike, I've had the most people come up to me, just walk up and say, wow, what a beautiful bike. And they just start talking to you. And it is a good looking bike. The 2017 Indian Chief with all this vintage stuff on it. It's a cool ride, and we'll see you next time.
I'm with TJ now. AJ, I guess, isn't here. He's off doing some other work.
AJ's out working hard today.
All right, well, TJ, thanks for loaning me the Indy. I had a ball on it for the last couple days. Anytime you want one of these bikes ridden, you let me know.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.
What a pig. Always looking for a free meal.